was told I had to live with PTSD and fibromyalgia, that this was something I had to manage for the rest of my life and that I would always need medication. And for a long time, I believed that, because if doctors and psychiatrists tell you, you assume that it must be true. But something in me kept resisting it. I remember thinking, I'm in my early 30s, this can't be it, this can't be life. For years, I struggled with a combination of PTSD symptoms, mostly anxiety, chronic pain, and extreme fatigue. But if I'm really honest, it didn't start there. My symptoms actually started when I was around 14 years old, after going through a significant amount of trauma from early childhood onward. I was constantly tired, my body felt tense all the time, I had pain, anxiety, and this deep underlying feeling of never being able to relax. Like I was never fully okay, never fully whole. If I look at what I tried to get out of this, it's a lot. Therapy, understanding my past and trying to heal it, working on myself mentally. I was even on 4 medications for years, and I'm talking about heavy stuff like Xanax. And it helped in bits and pieces, but only to a certain point. One of the biggest shifts in my healing happened about a year ago, and I'm 33 now. I went through a breakup with the father of my daughter. And I want to be very clear here. This says nothing about him. He is an amazing man and he always treated me well. This was about me, about how I felt in the dynamic. It was about my trauma, my sense of unsafety, my own insecurity, always feeling like I wasn't good enough, because I was always sick and tired and anxious. And what I realized after the relationship ended was that my body had been in a constant state of tension. I could never fully relax. I could never be fully myself. And when that ended, I felt like my system could finally breathe again. That alone gave me back about 70% of my energy, not having to suppress myself anymore. But the final part of my healing didn't come from feeling better. It came from one of the hardest moments. I felt so anxious, I felt completely alone, and I remember reaching out for support and not receiving it. At first, that hurt a lot, but then something shifted, and I had one of the most transformative realizations of my life, and it was this: no one is coming to save me. Let it sink in. Not a person, not a pill, not a method. And instead of feeling hopeless, it actually gave me back my power, because it meant that my life is in my hands and that my healing is my responsibility. And this is what I see now over and over again. We try to heal our body without looking at the life we're living. We try to regulate our nervous system, but we stay in environments that keep triggering it. We try to process trauma, but we keep abandoning ourselves in small ways every single day. For me, healing wasn't just about techniques. It was about learning how to feel safe in my body, processing what was still stored, and making different choices in my daily life. Today, my body and mind feel completely different. I have energy again. I feel more at ease without chronic anxiety. I moved to the other side of the world and I'm thriving. I lost 12 kilograms. I live symptom-free and I'm the fittest and happiest version of myself I've ever been. And maybe even more important, I feel like myself again, and I actually love that person. This is exactly what I now help others with. Not by fixing them, but by guiding them back into their body, helping them understand what's really going on. I've worked in mental health care for over a decade. I know the Western approaches. I've coached hundreds of people with severe mental health challenges. And what I've seen is this: that approach isn't always enough. Most of the time it is not. It wasn't for me, and it might not be for you either. If you're in this right now, if your body feels exhausted, tense, or in pain, or in anxiety, even when you're doing the right things, you're doing everything right, I want you to know there is a way out of this. And I would truly love to guide you towards a life that isn't ruled by symptoms, anxiety, or pain. Because if I can do it, so can you.